Alright guys, here we are talking about the Santa Clarita Diet, Season 2, Episode 1. So I had almost forgotten where we had left off in Season 1.
I completely forgot where we
But Season
left
2
off.
kind of led me into a nice thing.
There was a little recap before. Did that pop up
Oh,
on
it didn't
Netflix
pop up for me.
you?
I didn't see that at all. I would have enjoyed a recap.
There was a little recap, yeah. It wasn't that much. It was honestly just like the main stuff. I still forget everything about the show.
Like when he was in the mental institution, I was like, how did he get there again? I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, he was looking for like vomit and he was destroying something or whatever.
They got in, like a
yeah,
big
that's
fight
thing.
in like the place. Yeah. No, things. So, real quick, final thoughts. I liked this episode, but it made me like remember as we went along the first season, and I liked the first season at first too, and then it started to like kind of get weird or whatever. It started to get like extra.
The humor of Timothy Oliphant and a lot of the little side characters in this really does get me. I laughed out loud a couple of times during this episode. I think it's a funny show. I like it. I like him. I don't care for Drew Barrymore that much. She's like my least favorite character.
Agree.
And I don't know what...
Probably.
Well, who would you like less? There's nobody.
I was gonna say I'm like running it down in my head, and I'm like,
even like the clerk at the store, I like better than her.
She's like in my top 3. I love her. She was in Z Nation.
The kid, the neighbor boy, I like him a lot. He's my second. Timothy Oliphant is my first. The daughter is my third.
There you go. That's a good power ranking.
Yeah.
No, like Timothy Oliphant's a fucking gem. He's so good in this.
His faces and like what he says, so like it's a combination of he has great writing, but his delivery is like on point.
Yeah, our kitchen looks like the inside of a shark.
Yeah.
Through fresh eyes, it does not look great. And then the whole thing where he was like, if you think going back to the basement's a good idea, that's fine. The basement's good, but whatever.
I'm hearing basement
a lot. I think that's relevant. Like just his fucking like he's captured this thing of like the modern male, like articulate, like intelligent, but like it's fake and like I'm trying to do my thing, but I can't say we're doing this because I said so. He has to be like, okay, listen, that's valid. But and he goes into this whole fucking like it's this awesome. He's really just I like it.
Yep. No, like it's great. Like the slight awkwardness of how he delivers things is really charming, and he does it very well. The show itself has a great way of like awkward, like that's what the neighbor boy, I forget his name. But like when he's like, I'm gonna go pick up some blah blah my treat.
I insist.
Okay, no one's gonna pay me. This is all my fault. I should never. All right, everyone's gonna let me take all the blame. Okay.
and the daughter's like yeah, it's so good. No, some of that shit was so good. Even his shit earlier, and it was very subtle. But like when he comes home with Drew Barrymore, and she like jumps on the Serbian guy and all that stuff, and then he just says, "See, they always get out, right?" Like it was he let her out, but he just comments like it always ends up happening. I don't know. Like it's just this.
When Drew Barrymore is going through the handcuffs spiel and why they have handcuffs and it's like, did I go too far? Oh yeah, only all that was. All right, you can stop a couple minutes ago. Like just his little. I
didn't need that. No.
And he has a face that like you want to punch, but I like it.
No, it's a good. He's like plucked out of like an American Pie back when those things were good or whatever.
Sure.
Like way 20 years ago now, I think. Good little like young whatever attitude thing going on. The only Drew Barrymore moment that I liked is when her daughter's like, "Are you chewing through the post?" And she has that like, "Okay, listen," and all that stuff. Like the timing of that I thought was really good.
That
but
holds up the house.
Also, stop doing that. It holds up the whole house. Yeah, all these great little
quips are wonderful.
And I feel like overall, Season 2, they either didn't know, Season 1, they didn't know there was going to be a Season 2, or they didn't like know what to do yet, or something like that. Because if you think about it, all of the stuff that was getting set up in Season 1
got solved in 1 second in this episode.
Fucking fixed it, right?
Twice it got solved.
Yeah. No, because like after the recap and after me trying to remember what happened, I was all like, yeah, she's going to be chained up and he's like institutionalized. And they even say it's 72 hours. I'm like, oh, God. He's like, so at the end of this episode, he's still going to be in this fucking place. We have to meet all these crazy people. Like you start to like plan the season in like your head.
Yeah.
Looking for a cure, all this other bullshit. She's probably going to find the cure, like whatever. But then like the cure won't work or some other bullshit and all this other stuff. She'll get worse and they'll have to cure her like the last minute. Like, and then none of that happens. happened. It just all fucking, she's cured, they're not going to leave her chained up, he's home, the neighbors are fine, everything's fine, and now we get to do like a new thing or whatever.
So we find out that the clerk is a zombie.
Okay.
How long do you think she's been a zombie? What do you think her deal is? How do you think she became a zombie?
Here's one of my major problems. We've also watched the show iZombie, and we've watched a bunch of other horrible shows, and I forget what in season 1 of Santa Clarita Diet, there was like a black guy who became like a lounge singer, or no? Am I thinking of a different show?
There was another zombie who wanted to take her in to be his like zombie wife or whatever.
Exactly. And like he was doing open mic nights instead of what he was doing before.
Which was like a killer or something, right?
Yeah, so like I forget the rules of how you become a zombie in this universe.
I think if you're scratched or bit, you become a zombie.
Oh, same as everything else?
I believe so.
As long as they don't keep eating you until you're gone, you're a zombie?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Then it could have been any time. I don't know.
I did love when he's like, this is good for blood. How did you know? It's on your shoe.
It's on your shoe. No, she's fucking great. She's I don't know if you watch enough Z Nation to know this, but she's the Inuit girl that DJ Qualls' character befriends after he leaves the base that he's broadcasting from in the Arctic or whatever.
No, I don't remember.
It's so good. It's so dumb and it's so good. It's literally amazing. She has this great like an Aubrey Plaza, like a deadpan, like I can't be bothered with this bullshit thing, sarcastic, snarky thing. I really dig it. I think something's gonna happen. I feel like they're gonna be like a thing or whatever. I think she's like a zombie Black Widow that gets a new boyfriend, and then when she runs out of things to eat, she kills the boyfriend or something like that.
I think it's that the boyfriend cheated on her or something, and she raged out and killed him.
Okay, you think it's like a one-time thing?
I don't think this is her it's not her thing.
It's not her
At least
MO.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But we'll find out. I wonder how that will play. If she'll join the cast for a little while, or if they'll be like, no, she's a zombie. Like, your mom's a zombie. Blah blah blah.
Wow, why are there all these zombies around? I think that they might be like they may date, and it may be this funny thing where it comes out or whatever, and he's like, I know all about this or whatever the fuck, right? It might be this thing.
We're a zombie power couple.
Yeah. Because I love, this is dumb, but the undercurrent of kinkiness or whatever, I love that whole thing where Timothy Olyphant's kind of this is a handful, but on balance, she has this energy that I really like now. Because she was prudish and not down before, and now she's we should save the chains for sex stuff or whatever. I really love that whole angle here.
And he's just of course.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Then when the daughter gets in the bed, I was like, this is weird.
It got
She's
very
like a
weird.
full-grown adult.
But that was so perfectly weird.
Don't eat me.
The show knocks it out of the park with that shit. Because that was the weirdest thing that could have possibly happened. And real awkwardness is to not be they were just oh, okay, all right, fine. And just they weren't oh, what do you do? There was nothing said. It just happened or whatever. Ah,
strange.
It's awful. I love it. No, so I think he's gonna be this is the best relationship I've ever had. She's doing backflips in bed. It's amazing or whatever. And then there's signs that things are not right or something like that. It'll be this whole thing.
I think anything in bed would be more than that kid's
That's
ever
what
had.
I mean. Cause he's super nerdy and it's just oh, she's like a tigress. It's amazing or whatever. And then wants to deny the signs that she's a zombie or whatever.
He's a relatively intelligent kid. I think he'll see the signs
immediately, right?
Almost
It'll
immediately.
Just be this whole thing. Okay.
Are you a zombie?
I'm thinking standard funny. So I totally forget all that stuff though, of how many zombies there are, or how it spreads, or how.
All I remember is they cough up a yellow ball or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a specific progression to it or something like that. But he can give her the cure now too, and she can be a zombie that hangs out. But
it's a cure in quotes.
I know.
It only stops them from decaying more.
Yeah.
And we don't even know how long she's been doing this, or she might have already gotten there. She seems like a smart lady. She works in a pharmacy. Maybe she's gotten her own Serbian bile. Who knows?
Yeah, the Serbian bile angle was funny. That was the other Timothy Olyphant line. It's I paid $300 for mine because no one called, but whatever. Stuff it's so delicious.
No, the little throwaway lines truly make this show. And I would love it if they were no, they're all improv. I know they're not, but I would love if they weren't.
Probably none of them.
None of them.
Still,
not a single one.
Not a single one. But no, the whole and also so for some reason, it's just, several people on the internet were talking about Freddy Got Fingered recently.
The Red Letter Media covered it.
At least on my internet. That was one of the people. I didn't want to drop names or say things or whatever. But so this reminded me almost of the Tom Green style of humor. When she jumps on the Serbian guy and then off camera, the blood just throws everywhere.
Yeah.
This over the top ridiculous thing or whatever. I was really into it. So like again, I'm like, oh, this is like a breath of fresh air. But then I'm like remembering the progression of the first season. I'm like, I wonder how long it'll stay good and me enjoying it or whatever.
I feel like the second season is going to be stronger than the first season.
I hope so.
I just have a feeling, just because of everything already being set up, there's no no BS to dance around. Yeah. And if they've gotten all we need to find these things out of the way, like the mission-based episodes, because it might now just be average life of a zombie.
Yeah, I think we can just progress in this normal humor way, and then because last episode, right, they had to like call in a specialist from like Transylvania or Serbia, maybe, I guess, whatever, that came in, and then she was weird, and all this stuff happened. Like it started to feel like was not what I was into or whatever anymore.
Yeah, I think I would prefer a normal sitcom with the caveat that somebody is a zombie, someone else might be dating a zombie, and Timothy Olyphant's in it.
Yeah, it feels like they kind of said, okay, we got the green light from Netflix. Let's clean up all those messes from last season and let's get on with it or whatever. So I'm really psyched.
Yeah,
any other
crossed, it all goes.
Yeah, any other highlights from you or anything?
No, I think that's all the ballpark of what I can recall at the moment. This is a solid episode. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm eager for the next episode. Let us know in the comments what you think about this episode, this series, this show, predictions, thoughts. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.